Hello and welcome to our daily sketching routine. It is Monday, December 23rd, 2024, and today's topic will be artistic style. But before we begin, let me start welcome back if you are returning, and welcome if you're new. I sketch and post every day, and I use timers to stay focused and build a sketching habit. So I started a 10-minute timer. And yeah, if you want to use these videos to keep you company while you sketch, feel free to do that. So this is actually the second time that I'm recording this, because initially I wanted to talk about artistic style, but it's kind of a big topic, but I'll do my best. And I ended up kind of just focusing on the sketchbook page, but now that I got warmed up, like I have a little bit clearer idea of what I wanted to share with you. So I'm going to go back to the AOS, Art of Sedone triad here, which is imagination, study, and style. And so I'm going to continue working. I basically got warmed up working on this sketchbook page, and I've done a couple of videos with basically the process and like the progress of this. If you're interested, it's in there somewhere in the list of videos, but I mean, it's not like that important to watch unless you really feel like it. So I'm going to zoom in and kind of go over what I'm doing and talk about like artistic style. And like I said, it's a big topic, and I use the concept of the triad to kind of help myself to sort of do my work and also to explain it for anyone that's interested. So they're dynamic, and so it like style, part of it is doing stuff from imagination, like drawing or painting from imagination, and then it also has to do with study, which means looking at other people's style, also studying references and life drawing and even your own work, for example. But I'm going to work, and as I do that, I'll do my best to explain kind of what I think artistic style is. I mean, I don't know all there is to know. And it's still something that I'm like figuring out also. So part of it is, so everything on this page was done from imagination, which helps like with the style, like it kind of it's part of it. Also, like right now I'm using this felt tip pen, and so like the medium and like the tools that you use is also part of the style. And then also like your preference. So part of that comes from studying like other people's styles and like their work, and then just seeing like what resonates or like what speaks to you is a big part of it, and then kind of taking that and seeing what you come up with. Now part of that is like the imagination thing. So if you were to just keep looking at other people's works and copying it, I mean, that's a form of studying, but like you'll never develop kind of your own style. Over here, like I've gotten more into using like markers for the shading and like the initial sketch. So again, this is just from imagination, and I'm using this to shade. So I would call this like shading, basically like the second step in my methodology. Technique is also like a style thing, where like if you sketch and then you go shade it like this. Like that's a style, like the technique itself. Like you don't have to do it like this. But one thing that I notice is that people kind of copy like other people's styles, and it's just not that interesting to me. And part of that comes from like, how do you break free from that? I think is you have to kind of just, one, want to, like, and then two, the other thing I would say is, like right now, for example, like I could look up something like other people's artwork or reference or something, but I'm not going to. But then again, it can also be fun. I mean, I'm not taking anything away from that, because when you're looking at things, I mean, it could be from life, it could be anything, it could be visually, it's stimulating, it's interesting, and so I don't want to not do that. But then developing like your own style is kind of it's like an intention, and that may not be that interesting to you as an artist. I mean, for me, like it's important to have like my own voice and my own vision, but like I don't always need that, and so it's kind of nice to be able to, like, just looking at this right here, like sometimes, for example, I'll kind of work on this part a little bit. You're not trying to be like that fancy with it, and it's just supposed to be a landscape or something. And so in some ways you want it to look kind of basic, if you will. So here I'm just basically going back to a sketch that I did a while back, and I'm just going to use this gray pen. That's also like a style too, like the rendering of it. So sometimes I do like to go back if the sketch isn't that old, or if I feel like it's still kind of a work in progress kind of page. I do like to go back and work on it some more. And then that's kind of like the basics of style, but then there's also more like advanced or more complex and like subtle things. One thing well, amongst other things that I don't really like about having like AI generate images for me is I just feel like it's taking away like what's fun about doing art. It's literally doing the thing that's like the purpose of art. It's doing the thing that you as the artist, like at least in my experience, like that's actually what I'm wanting to do, is doing what the AI generator image thing, because that's what it's doing, is generating the image, which is what I'm doing right here. Like I'm generating pictures. It's like you're making it, well, the process, I guess, like you're giving away the thing that makes it worth it. It's so weird to me. I don't know. Because to me, being able to draw something is the whole point. Is that's what I wanted to do. Like when I was a kid, like when I would look at artwork that I liked, which kind of informed my style, I always wanted to do like what they were doing. But the thing is, what they were doing is this, like they were They learned how to draw, they learned how to paint, and then they did this. Now, I'm not talking about generating images like for fun, like for your own stuff. I mean, like, I'm not really talking about that. I'm not trying to say that well, since I am talking about style, I mean, I think it's kind of important to talk about this because that's really what it is. It's just style. It's nothing but style. Like, there's no substance behind it. But yeah, I want to thank you for joining me today, and if you like these videos, please support the channel. I appreciate it, and until next time, keep on sketching.